Alright, so today we get to change out the thermostat, which is located right here behind the alternator. See that one little bolt down bottom? Right there? It's tough to get to. Top one, see that 10 millimeter or 5 millimeter hex, a number 5 hex, but it's just hard to get to that bottom bolt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just take the alternator loose. I can get to that, change out the thermostat, refill the fluids, and we should be good to go. Before I do that, I think the battery is dead, but I'm going to disconnect the terminal or the post for it anyway, and we're back in business. Battery post is off. Tensioner, bracket, alternator, that's off. Now I can get to the thermostat. No problem. And you can either use a 10 millimeter socket or a 5 millimeter hex head. If I'm correct. Yep, 5 millimeter fits on there nice and snug. So this, using some of my smaller tools. Let's see. You know what? I do not want to strip this out, so let me use 2 hands. I don't have any place to prop you up at right here. Alright, so the thermostat housing is off. I ended up using the 10 millimeter. Made it a little bit easier. Doesn't look bad. Like I said, I believe it froze up on me. It's stuck. Or it wouldn't allow it to open up, let the water through. Yeah, it's off now, so I'll change it up. So all I'm going to do is clean up the housing around there and drop the new one on. Place the gasket, all that good stuff. All right. The new gasket looks a little bit different. It's not as thick. Hopefully it'll work. And the thermostat looks very clean. They're slightly different. I know the old one was 190 degree thermostat. This new one is 180 degree. So it's actually going to allow the engine to run a little bit cooler. Let's go ahead and swap them out. Alright, now when replacing the thermostat, it's real important to install it the same way it came out. So you notice there's some bridge pieces on top. So that's in there, and what I did with the gasket, I put a little Vaseline around the outside of it to keep the gasket from falling off. So you want to make sure everything lines up properly. So this goes back down on top. See? Gasket still in place. And it's on there. Get the bolts, tighten it back up. And that's how you change the thermostat. since I had everything apart already, I remember from a previous video, one of my viewers watching, individual by the name of Lucas, he pointed out to me that my tensioner was bad. I agreed with him, so what I did, I went out and I got a new tensioner. So hopefully this solves the problem. And Lucas, I appreciate you. So the only thing I have to do now is put everything back together. I'm mixing them with distilled water. They said don't do more than 70-50. So I figure if I do a little less than 50-50, it'll be alright. You know it's winter time. So that's not good. My coolant is running out. From where? I don't know. So it seems as though my little gasket may have slipped because it's wet around the thermostat. See? Now that's the way it's supposed to look. Maybe not. think it's leaking right there from my coolant flange. I don't know if you can see it. Look up there. Alright, this should be real quick and easy. I took out the intake. That's out already. I need to change out my coolant flange, which is right here. There's 2 bolts in there. I think they're 10s. Pop that out. Change that over. You saw earlier in the video, I had changed out the thermostat, but I had to go back in to rechange the thermostat. So I had to take everything apart on here. It was the small little gasket that was on there. I don't think it was working well for me. And if you notice back here, this little hose or this outlet, not sure where the heck it goes to or where it comes from, but this was on there. That's where it was leaking from. So that's good to go now. This should be, like I said, the last thing I have to do. It's raining on me, so I'm gonna hurry up and get this done. Start it up, let it run for about 10-15 minutes, get to operating temp, and we should be good to go. Oh, that's the reason why I was leaking. See on the new one, it's got some, this is raised up to prevent the water from leaking out. This one right here is all melted out. This is crusted. And that's exactly where it was leaking from too. Right around this little area, bubbling. Alright, so I was able to get that back in there. This is back in secure, snug down. But if you notice, this little hose right here is a loose, this hose right here is a loose, and this hose right here is a loose. Yeah, when you're messing around with a car that's like 20 years old, the parts can be very brittle. So what happened was, the little connector that goes in there snapped. Ping! It's horrible, right? But I was able to order a new one. I have it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these 3 hoses. Fill the car back up with some fluids. Start it up. That should be everything. Alright, so everything is back together. I put the air intake back in. Got the little coolant connector back in there properly. Coolant level, it's a little above normal. Gave some excess room so it can actually let all the bubbles run out and everything. But I know the world loves cold starts. So, go ahead and get my keys out. Start this bad boy up for you. And I'm going to be quiet. Let it run and do its thing. Coolant level is good. I don't see anything bubbling over here. Nothing dripping. My helper?
Yeah. It's almost at 190.
Cool, that's about where it's going to sit at. We are good to go. Hey, once again, as usual, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you for taking time out with me. Everything is good. Hey, I got a couple more things I need to do to the car because it's almost time for that inspection to be up again. I got to the end of the month. Happy New Year. Woo, woo. Peace.